Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Showcase for Iteration 20. I request all to mute your microphones. So before going through the demo of the stories that have been covered in Iteration 20, first I'll take you through the overview or the brief highlights of the iteration. So I'll share my overview page. I think my screen is not able to. Okay. So as you can see, as part of Iteration 20, we have covered 22 points, which includes active development on VRMS and OpenLMIS stream. So some of the other brief highlights from the iteration. So we have finalized contract and OpenLMIS integration APIs and approaches, and have also sorted out the stories and have started development on it. Apart from that, we have completed the development of regimen feature, which was part of core OpenLMIS implementation. Thirdly, we have enhanced our reporting framework to accept the user ID as a query parameter, which will allow user to fetch a filtered report based on his login credentials. Fourthly, we have finalized the VRMS offline flow and have started development on it. Apart from that, we have a detailed discussions on emergency requisition flow, which includes the RNR flow and the approaches to deal with the approval hierarchy and order flow. Also at last, we have started discussions of routing our order files, which are developed in OpenLMIS to individual stocking reports. So we can start demoing our story, which has been covered in this iteration. So as I mentioned, we have done development on a few VRMS stories and few OpenLMIS stories. So I'll hand over to Jagdeep to take you through the regimen stories.
Okay, so let's begin with the regimen stories. We use admin to define the templates for regimen, and we go to the admin and configure regimen template. We see essential medicines is already configured. We go to edit. We see that there are 4 reporting fields, and there are some regimens related to adults and pediatrics, which are active right now. And as you can see, the regimens for TB are not configured. Why this data is important is because when you are actually submitting a regimen or creating a regimen through the requisition, you will see the fields which are only valid. So we log in via storing chart. And inside requisitions, we go to create or authorize. When we choose TB, we just see 2 tabs, which are full supply products and non-full supply products. Since we do not have any active regimens for TB program, we do not see any option for regimens. However, if we change the program and choose essential medicines, since we have configured the regimens for essential medicine, we see a 3rd tab, which is regimens. We click on it, and here we can see the fields which we can report on. So you can enter some data, you can save it. See the success message. Similarly, if you try to submit, it will show you an error because these fields are required fields. You can actually enter some data. We will enter some data in full supply products as well, since it is also required. So once we have done it and saved it, we are now good to submit. It will ask for a confirmation. We want to submit the requisition. We say OK, and we see that the RNR has been submitted successfully, and the fields are no more editable, so you cannot edit them. So this was the flow for creating and submitting an RNR, which consists of regimen. Then the next step in regimen submission.
Yeah, so basically currently we have a submitted regimen details along with RNR, and the display of regimen details and active regimens will be defined as per configured by admin in regimen template. So once the regimen along with the requisition details are submitted, we can log in as a medical officer or facility head to authorize it.
So the facility head basically goes to requisitions, create or authorize requisitions. He chooses my supervised facilities, chooses the program essential medicines. The facility name is village dispensary, and he can see the RNR status which is submitted. Once he clicks on proceed, you can actually see the same requisition which was submitted there. And he goes to the regimens. He can make some edits if need be, and he can choose to save or authorize. Once he chooses to authorize, there is another confirmation. You say OK, and you can see it is authorized successfully, and he cannot edit it any further because it is now moved to the approval queue.
So as per normal requisition details, these regimens data will be available to edit only the authorized stage, and once authorized, this regimen data will be provided as in disabled mode further. So if you look into approval scheme, which will be logged in as a medical officer, this data will be presented in disabled mode.
Yeah. So medical officer has the rights to approve a requisition. So we see the approve option inside requisitions, and we can see the items which are pending approval, which is the essential medicines. Again, we can see all the data is not editable right now in the approval queue. So we can choose to approve it. And it has been approved successfully. Another thing which medical officer or whoever has the approval right can do is view the existing requisitions. So I use the view option from requisitions menu. I go to the selected parameters. And I can see the status is in approval. And there I can view the data for the specific requisition.
So as the RNR is an approved state, so regimen data has been provided in disabled mode. So just to summarize the regimen feature, so we have first designed the template for admin, where admin can add active regimens for a program. Then as per the configure template, we are displaying the reporting fields and the regimens in the regimen tab of RNR form. And user can record data for the reported fields like number of patients on treatment, number of patients to be initiated, and these fields are editable on regimen template. So once submitted, the RNR will go to authorized stage, and the regimen details will follow the same order as per the RNR, normal RNR. Yeah. So this is about regimen. Apart from regimen, we have also done enhancement on reporting framework to pass user ID as a query parameter. So I'll pass to Shriram to take you through the reporting framework enhancement story.
Hello everyone. We already support reporting through Jasper API, which basically means that you can design reports in Jasper Designer, which will give you JR XML files. and then those files can be loaded into our system, and then we can view different versions of the report like PDF or CSV or something like that. So I'm just going to, so what we did was, earlier we were supporting non-parameterized reports. Now we actually take the user ID of the logged in user and basically use that to generate data based on the user ID. Like, for example, generate a list of facilities that belong to me or something like that. So I'm just going to run you through the whole flow. So I log in as admin so that I can upload a couple of reports. So right now there are no reports. So let me just add. One is an active facility report, which is a non-parameterized report. So this would be, okay, yeah. So this one is a non-parameterized report, so it doesn't take any parameters, and it will generate a list of all active facilities in this system. And then I'm just going to add another report, which is the non-parameterized one, which is basically my facility. So this is non-parameterized. Sorry, this is parameterized. But I just rename name. So this is my facility. Save. Yeah. So my facility is parameterized. So right now, I can so to be able to manage these reports, we made a couple of rights that can be given. So admin has managed reports, and admin can view the reports as well. So these are like two different rights that can be given to a particular role. So basically, we have to give this right for any user to be able to view the report.
So we basically provide this user a role, which is view report.
Right. So Fatima Doe is the store in charge. So I'm just going to give the view report role to this user. The admin already has view report. Yeah. So the admin already has a view report. So the admin can view the report for whatever reports that are uploaded so far. So I can just see the PDF for all the active facilities. So I'll get the active facility report. And then I can see the my facility report. Since the admin doesn't have any facility, it doesn't contain anything in it. But the thing is, if I log in as store in charge, I'll get the home facility for the store in charge. So I've just given the store in charge the view report role. So if I go back to the store in charge, so as you can see here, I've given the admin role of view report, and then I can say save. So I'm just going to log in as store in charge now. So now the store in charge has a reports tab here. This will only appear if there is a view report. So now I can see a my facility report, which would be F10, which is the home facility of the store in charge. So basically, this is basically to differentiate between the two different things. One is parameterized and one is non-parameterized.
So the logic behind the parameterization of the my facility report is all those facilities for which the login user has URNR rights will be listed in the report. So currently, as I have logged in as a store in charge, so for all the facilities for which I am having URNR rights, all the facilities will be listed. And the reason why we have selected URNR right, because this right comes as default. If you select any of the requisition right, create, order, anything, this right will come. So So basically this parameterization will pick the user ID from the login credentials and will generate reports with list of facilities for which user has RNR rights.
So that's basically about the reporting story that we, like the announcement that we made to the reporting story.
So this is what we have developed as part of core OpenLMIS development. Next, we'll move to VRMS development, which includes the user role assignment for delivery zones and programs, and load amount screen for field coordinator, and caching of data once the field coordinator starts his script. So Shriram will take you through this.
Okay. Yeah, the next one is assigning roles, allocation-based roles for a particular delivery zone and for users. So basically, we already had two different types of roles that we could give to. Yeah. So we have three different groupings. We had two different groupings already. We added a new one. Earlier we had admin, and then we had requisition-based rights. So we have added a new grouping which is allocation-based rights. So any user given this, any role given this group of rights could be added to a delivery zone and a particular program. So we already have a particular role called field coordinator who has an allocation right. So I'm going to modify a user who would be given this role for a particular delivery zone. So if I take a user, and then there is a new section here, which is basically where I can assign allocation-based roles to delivery zone and a program. And these programs are push-based programs. All the other roles can be assigned to pull-based programs. So essential medicine, TB, HIV, malaria, those are pull-based programs. And then if I select a delivery zone, so delivery zone first, so vaccines is a push-based program, and they are grouped by whether they are active or not. So since this is an active program, I have it grouped under active. So I'm just going to select vaccines, and then vaccines, and then I see the role here, and these are only allocation-based roles. So if I look here, these are requisition roles, and then here these are admin roles. So they are the three different categories that we just saw in the other screen. So I'm just going to add field coordinator to this delivery zone and this program, and then I'm just going to say add, and then now cancel. Okay, sorry. And now the one restriction that we have is we can't add for the same delivery zone and the program. Basically, we have to modify the existing combination. This combination has to be unique. So I can't add for the same delivery zone and the program again because I've already added one here. But I could do it for another. Yeah. So now I save, and then that's basically it actually. So now the user is assigned for this delivery zone, and for vaccines, it's assigned field coordinator. That's basically the user role assignment for.
So now we are having one user which is having the allocation-based rights. So now I can log in as a field coordinator, and I should use a certain purpose which is say manage distributions because I'm having allocation-based rights. So now I log in as a field coordinator. So as you can see on screen, now I'm having allocation-based rights. So I have an option to manage my trip wherein I can select a delivery zone and the program and the selected period. So by default, the period will be the current period. And the next will be basically about viewing load amounts or the facilitating facilities for the combination.
Okay. So now that we have we have provided the user the rights for a particular delivery zone and a program. Now I can view the pre-configured ISA amounts for this delivery zone and this program. So if I click on view load amount, I can see that this delivery zone has two districts. One is district 1 and one is okay, sorry, I can't pronounce. Okay, so there are two districts and both of them have one facility each in the district. We have the catchment population for each facility, and right now they don't have the ISA formulas defined. That's why none of the values are showing up. So I'm just going to quickly define the ISA formula so that I can see something. So if I say configure, let's see. So 360. Okay. Yeah. So now I can see. So basically, so this screen shows the population, the calculated ISA value. If there is one, sorry, the overridden ISA value for a facility, like for this facility, if there is an overridden ISA value. If there is not one, then we will use the calculated one. And basically, the last line in each table will show you the total. So this one has the district and the district total here on each column, basically. So the total of all the populations and the total of all the ISAs for each product. So this would be a product grouping. So Penta would be a product grouping, and then each product, and then the total underneath each column. So, and the first table is the total of all the districts. So this is a total of all, pretty much for the same set of columns. This is a total of all the tables below. So it's basically a two-level hierarchy of ISA values, which are either calculated or pre-configured. So that's basically the announcement that we made for like viewing a particular for a particular delivery zone and a program.
Yeah, so as per the usual flow of a field coordinator, so once I log into this field coordinator UI, I'll select manage distribution and I'll select my delivery zone, program and period. Then I can view my load amount that Shriram just showed you, and I can take the printout. And after taking the printout, I can initiate my trip. So before initiating a trip, a user is supposed to cache the delivery zone, program, period data. So Jaideep will show you how to cache data from that combination.
All right. So on the same screen, you can actually choose the period, say April, and you can actually click on initiate distribution. Once you do that, it will show you a message, data from the selected delivery zone vaccine and April period have been downloaded. What that essentially means is it has been downloaded to the local browser storage, which will allow you to access it even when you don't have network access. So this is some Chrome tools which I'm using to view that data. You can actually see here that the delivery zone I chose period was April and the program was vaccines. So all that data has already been stored. And I can also check for any other data which was stored earlier, which was for the same delivery zone, but a different period, which is May 2013. And as you can see on the screen as well, these two initiated distributions are shown as a list, which means that their data has already been cached. Also, in case I try to make same selection again, it will show me a message that the data from the selected combination has already been cached. So there are some actions which you can do, and we're still working on the workflow. So that is about it.
So after caching data, a field coordinator can start his script and he can work offline to record data. So the recording part is still in development. So till now we have work on caching of the delivery zone program and period combination. Next, we have also implemented a small feedback on product ISA formula scheme. So just you can.
So I log into admin and I go to configure program product ISA, where you can actually define formula for ISA calculation. So basically, you added a wastage factor. Actually, it was wastage date earlier, which was a percentage. Right now, it is just a factor which actually is a multiplier, and you can actually see it being reflected in the formula as well.
So initially, the calculation was converting it into a decimal and was feeding it in the formula, but right now it's a factor. So whatever has been entered by user will be plugged into the formula, as you can see at the bottom, 1.5. So the formula will pick up 1.5. So that's a small feedback that we have incorporated on ISA formula screen. Yeah, so that's pretty much. So basically, we have covered all the stories and all the functionalities that have been covered. So do you guys have any questions related to whatever we have showcased?
This is Mike. It's not really a question, but I would just like to say it's awesome to see the reporting in there, to see the caching in there, and to see the regimens all complete, not totally completed, but for the most part completed in one showcase. And I just want to say congratulations to the team. That's great.
Thank you.
One more point of clarification, the use of the user ID as part of the reporting framework. Facilities might not be the most exciting or illustrative example, but we put that in there to illustrate the general principle. It would be more useful, for example, when somebody wants to see a report, view my orders, where that parameter allows you to constrain the orders any user can see, namely their own orders, as opposed to being able to see all the orders in the system from every other facility.
Yeah, this is Emily. Thanks, guys. This is helpful to see. And I think we had a few, Timoteo and Leah and Wendy and I were Skyping on the side. So we have a few questions and feedback issues, but it sounds like we should send those through to Ron. Is that the best way to do it?
It's best to have them in writing, please, so we all have the same reference.
Okay.
Okay. So just to give you the brief introduction, like what we are going to next in iteration 21. So as you see, we are done with the caching of data as part of VRMS offline flow. So we'll be continuing on that screen, and we'll be preparing different forms for field coordinator like EPI inventory and other refrigerator forms. So this will be the development plan for VRMS. In OpenLMIS, we'll be starting working on emergency requisitions and certain order routing files. So we are still discussing the full flow for emergency requisitions, and we have almost finalized it. So we'll be starting development in a couple of days. And as per regimen feature, UI-wise, we are almost done. There is just a small story for having these regimen details on the print format is still in development. So once that is done, this whole regimen feature will be packed up. So we are done from our side. Is there anything else, questions or concerns?